Guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing another draft lottery. Those with the 11th overall pick. Now I got three more teams left to do after this one, as we got the Portland Trailblazers. So as we all know, I do this every single draft lottery, but I put out a community post saying who will this team pick with whatever pick, and I put the Trailblazers, who the Trailblazers pick with the 11th overall pick in the NBA draft. And I give you guys four options this time, and you guys ended up voting Asa Newell. So we'll be doing a Asa Newell Portland Trailblazers rebuild in NBA 2K25 last night. Nobody knows how the picks are going to be outside of 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think those are probably locked in, obviously, but then obviously it gets kind of random at that point when you get a 5, 6, and the rest of the picks up to 14. But like I said, after this we have the Bulls, Hawks, and Spurs. So I don't know if we'll be doing the Spurs. We already did them earlier. We probably will do them because why not? We're doing every lottery team for a reason. But okay. Obviously the Blazers extended Chauncey Billups, so he will be the head coach. We have to see if Asa Newell will fall. Which I honestly think he should and will fall. One's gonna be Cooper Flat. Number two is gonna be Fears. Number three is gonna be Harper. We got Knipple. I said these picks probably are never gonna be like this. Ace Bailey to the Wizards. Jay Johnson to the Pelicans. We got VJ Edgecombe to the Nets. We got Noah Sengi to the Rockets, and then we got Nolan Traore to the or I did that completely wrong. But obviously, if these guys are here, they probably take him. So I thought you guys were going to call him Murray Boyles, but Asa Newell is going to be the pick here. So Asa Newell, welcome to Portland, and then they have no more picks in this draft, but he'll be a 74 overall up the bat. Team player options, we got Shaden Sharp, which will accept. Scoot Henderson will accept. Thibault, Chris Murray, Ryan Rupert. Yeah, we just hope Asa Newell falls to us, obviously, which I honestly think he should. Looking at my drafts, though, so he isn't projected to be until 12, so I'm guessing he'll fall to us, right? We'll see. So number one is going to be Cooper Flag. Two is going to be Jeremiah Fears. Three is going to be Ace Billy. So Spurs are definitely taking Dylan Harper. We know that. Trey Johnson to the Wizards. Edgecombe to the Pelicans. Igor to the Nets. Obviously, we're only worried about our pick, not any other pick. So here we go. We got obviously. So we'll go taking Asa Newell here with the 11th overall pick. They have no other picks in the draft. So welcome to the team, Asa Newell. Come out as a 74 overall. We'll absolutely take that. So we got Shaden Sharp team option, which we'll accept. Henderson's team option, which will accept. Thibault will accept that $1.5 million player option, which honestly is expected. Thibault, I mean, I don't know. He could decline it. We'll see. Chris Murray around repair. I think the Blazers are hoping he declines it to give more opportunities to younger players. Jabari Walker, qualifying offer, which we might not even bring him back, and we just got Asa Newell. So we'll probably let Jabari Walker go in free agency. We'll see. Not 2020. So we got Anthony Simon and Scoot Henderson running point guard. Shaden Sharp and Ryan Rupert, Tamani Kamara. We got Jimmy Grant's horrible contract that has a player option at the end of it as well, which makes it even worse. So he'll be on the team for 3 more years unless we can find a trade partner for him. The Denny Dia, he was the storyline of the Blazers this season. Kind of, really surprised me to be that scoring guy. Asa Newell, Chris Murray. And we got Andrea Ayton, Robert Williams, and Don Clingan. So it's pretty obvious what the Blazers are probably going to try to do in the offseason. They're probably going to look for an Anthony Simon trade, and they're probably going to look for a Robert Williams trade. So I don't think it really makes sense to have Aiden, Robert Williams, and Donovan Clingan. So I definitely think 100% we go ahead and probably trade both or one of, obviously, Robert Williams or Anthony Simon. I don't think Anthony Simon fits the team anymore. Now they have Scoot, Sharp, and a bunch of other guards. I think we go ahead and trade one of them. But probably both. We'll see. Get 2 second-round picks for Robert Williams. It's probably going to be his value at this point. So yeah, what about 3? What about 3 seconds for Robert Williams, man? It's probably gonna be his value at this point. Like I said, not great by any means. We all know the injury concern with him. He's not gonna go for a first round pick anymore. So 3 second Robert Williams completely fine with me. Robert Williams is out of here, and we now have Clingan as a backup center now. And now we clear up that log jam. I kind of do want to trade Anthony Simons next too. It seems like he will be traded. So we're gonna see if we can trade him as well. And I actually have an idea for him. We all know the idea probably is the Orlando Magic. So the Miami Heat can make some sense as well for him. I don't hate the idea of that. Miami Heat, obviously. So yeah, that wouldn't be terrible. Him playing point guard, but I think the Magic just makes so much sense for him, man. So we might send him to the Magic again. But what offer would the Miami Heat have for him? Just looking. So He could play point guard. Would him and Hero really like mesh well together? I don't know. They're kind of similar in a way. I'm not gonna lie. So I think him. Like I said, it's kind of like a low risk thing, not high risk, low risk thing for the Magic anyway. So I think this makes sense from every time to Magic. It just makes too much sense. I know I send him there every time, but this is a low risk thing, man. He's on a 1 year deal. If it doesn't work out, you let him go in free agency and not re-sign him, or we do some other things. But we can get Jet Howard, KCP, and then let's see. Can we also get a future 2026 pick? Like I said, low risk. They're gonna make the playoffs, so they can give me a 2026 pick as well for Anthony Simons. They want Tamani Kamara. That's not happening. Guys, Tamani Kamara is the Blazers actually hitting. It's their hidden gem, but I can give you a couple seconds. I guess we shouldn't have to really do this on a first. But I guess if we can't get a 2026 pick, we get. So they want Chris Murray in another second. I mean, this would be giving up a lot of seconds, so I'm gonna need. I mean, second round picks aren't really valuable in 2K. So no, Chris Murray is probably gonna be a huge piece for us anyway, and he probably isn't gonna develop, and he hasn't really developed much in real life with the Blazers anyway. So yeah, at the end of the day, if I'm doing this trade, if we just get there, first round pick, we'll do it. We're giving up a lot of seconds. Actually, giving up the seconds we got from the Robert Williams trade, which is, but we'll do it. So we get the first round pick, which even if they miss the playoffs, we'll still have their pick, obviously. So I love that trade. Now, I think we should be good. Obviously, we can probably trade Jeremy Grant as well if there's an offer. But if there's no offer we can find that makes sense, we might be stuck with him. So, so far, I mean, yeah, so far we're not really finding like an offer that makes sense for Jeremy Grant, and no team wants that contract. So Jeremy Grant is stuck with us for the rest of his 3 years, man. That's it. Maybe Diable might have some trade value, definitely. So what team would like a guy like him? The Pistons would probably need some shooting and defense. I feel like he fit right in to be their 3 and D guard or forward. So honestly, if we can just get a second round pick for him as well, then let's see. So can we get like a Tyrese Proctor? So 2 seconds and Tyrese Proctor for Matisse Thybulle. They like what they have as far as that concerned. I'm not even up a first. Okay, well what about man, I think this trade would make sense, but they're just not really. They want a first round pick. I can't do that. Um, no. What if we'll keep Thibault. We don't need to really trade him, but anybody who can sign a phrase that we need. So we have Scoot, we have Sharp, Repair. So we could sign like a backup point guard. So a backup guard we can sign a free agency. AJ Mitchell doesn't sound like a bad option off the bench. I don't hate that he can develop off the bench. So AJ Mitchell got cut from them, so we can get him on the team. We're announcing everybody else. We're probably only bringing any of these guys back. Jabari Walker, we're not already signed. So, all right. Aizen Newell is going to be the guy we're going to try to develop. Sadly, Denny Avdia doesn't go up in 2K, which sucks. If he did, that would be great. Shane Sharp and Scooter up, though. Jimmy Grant's down, too. But everybody else is progressing, but the veterans, obviously. So we got rid of some veterans that we need to probably get rid of in the offseason, but we'll download this 2026 draft class. And like I said, this Blazers team is honestly, I'm gonna be honest. They had the solid season last. I know they make the playoffs, but their defense is top notch. If they just get a number one guy they can build around offensively, they could definitely make the playoffs this year, man. I've seen it with the Rockets that 1 year where they, just ended the season off really good, and then they just carry that on into this season. But power rating is 22nd. So we got Scoot, Sharp, Kamara, Avdia, Klingon, Aiden, AJ Mitchell, Jeremy Grant, Jet Howard, Matisse Thybulle, and that obviously leaves Aiden Newell out the rotation. But that's not happening, obviously. We're going to see find a way to get him in the rotation. So I don't think Thybulle gets minutes this year. I want Aiden Newell to play the most we could play him. That might only be 12 minutes. You're being a rebuilding team and not getting the opportunity to play him definitely sucks. So can we I guess we'll give our minutes to Jet Howard. That's probably all the minutes for now he's gonna get, which sucks. We could play him over Grant, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. Then Tennessee's Avdia. Obviously we need him to score the ball a little bit more. Shaden Sharp. Be nice if he can, get his offensive touch going as well. But I want Shaden Sharp to develop this, so I'm gonna push this up the most. Scoot, Kamara, everybody else is probably good where they're at. But I'll see you guys now at the end of the season or at the deadline if you can find a Jeremy Grant trade, which is unlikely, but who knows? Maybe we find something. It is Alexander's your MVP. Cooper Flag of the year, 6 men. Westbrook went back to Denver. We can see if that happens or not. But we got defensive bring on Yonkos. We're going to have a Mobley clutch player who's a K Cunningham. Coach of the year going to Chris Finch, and then Nathan Mack, your executive, All NBA first team, All NBA second team, All NBA third team, All defensive first team, All defensive second team. We don't really have a superstar in Portland yet, which sucks, but at least we had Newell make it All rookie second team, right? But we finished off not making the playoffs once again, so we're not quite there yet, which sucks. So we might have a coaching change in the offseason. We actually got worse, 30-52, which is not a great sign if you're a Portland Trailblazers fan, obviously. But at least we've shown some growth from Shaedon Sharpe. He averaged 21.7 points per game. It's a little inefficient, but all around, a really good season from him. 20.5 from Denny Avdia with 9 assists. 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 0.6 blocks. So Avdia, only 25 years old, starting to shape into the guy that we want him to be. School with only 15, like I said, we could trade him if you don't think he's the future guard for our team. 12 from AJ Mitchell, 11 from DeAndre Ayton. So Ayton will open up some money, obviously, once he's gone. But we could bring him back. I guess he wasn't terrible for us, but I don't really think he's that good defensively. 10.5 from Jeremy Grant and 30% from 3. We had 7 from Tamani Kamara, 6 from Jetta Howard. Ethan Newell only averaged 5 and 4, probably because of his role this year. But we'll go ahead and simulate the playoffs here. I actually have an idea of what we can have the starting 5 be next year. And I don't know. I'll show you guys once we start the season, but tell me if you guys think this is good when we start it. But I actually have an idea. But okay, draft lottery time. So obviously we missed the playoffs. I'm going to be in the lottery. Projected pick 11 and 6. We'll have 2 picks from the Orlando Magic pick and our own pick. So we'll see what happens here as we're going to finish. So we get pick 11, and then do we have other pick in this draft? I think we should have our own first. We have pick 8. So I have pick 8 and 11 in this draft. So Anthony Simons trade ended up paying off. But what did Simons do in Orlando? Because if not, if he played bad, I forgot to fix the freaking position. I forgot to move these guys to shooting guard. So Anthony Simons could start at point guard. So I guess that's why it didn't work out, because they had like a lot of jam at point guard. It didn't really work out. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, I guess it was fine because they probably had it that way anyway. But John C. Billups, let's look at the candidates, though. So I think we're going to fire him, though, just because, there's no – we're going to fire him because we really have this is our chance to do it. We might as well, right? So Brian Keefe, Jason Kidd, obviously – next head coaching pool next year is always good, so we could wait on for that one, but Domo Zula will be interesting. Kenny Atkinson. We're going to see if we can one of these guys. 0. We're not going to get 0 as a sign. So, about Will Hardy or like Charles Lee. They'll be interesting options. So, Will Hardy. I'm actually going to get Charles Lee. Looks like he has a little more better badges and ratings. So, Charles Lee, welcome to Portland. So, all right. We have pick 8 and 11. I think we drafted these picks, though. We probably could package up these picks to get like a number, not 1, 2, or 3. I'm not going to draft these picks. Number 1 is going to be Darren Peterson, not AJ DeBanza. So we just gave the Thunder AJ DeBanza. Pelicans, what are we doing? Cameron Boozer goes to Phoenix. Nate goes to Washington. Tori Abusele to the Jazz. I don't know how the Hornets have back-to-back picks, but they take Jaden and Koa Pete. And then we're on the board now. So we got Chris Sinak Jr., and he could be our DeAndre Ayton replacement. So I think we take him and then hope for like a Dash Daniels to fall for us. He's probably the best player we have left. So, So Chris Sinak Jr., I think that's only 2 games. So Wizards are going to, the Rockets are going to take Dash Daniels. Then Elijah Arenas goes off the board. So at pick 11, we can take Caleb Wilson. We can take Kieran Lopez. I think I'll take Darius, though, at this pick. Darius, I know it might not make sense taking another guard, but hear me out. If we trade Scoot, he could be the next guy up. So I really like the draft that we had. So we got a 77 and a 75. Scoot Henderson will accept. Donovan Clingan will accept. Jett Howard will accept. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, fortunately, sadly, opts into that player option, which was expected. That's a big money for it, man. Everybody here will be extended instead of Duop Reith qualifying offer. And we don't have money like for Luke and Drayden. We have this solid amount to re-sign our players though. So all right, Jaden Sharp probably deserves this contract he's about to get from me. Obviously he's shown some obviously signs of scoring. Everybody else we bought is let go. So we're gonna renounce Aiden, AJ Mitchell we might want back. Repair we might want back as well. But Sharp is the guy we want back. We won't have any money to sign anybody else, which is fine. So we have Scoot, Darius Acuff Jr., Shaden Sharp, KCP, Tamani Kamara, Jeremy Grant, Jet Howard. We have Denny Avdia, Asa Newell, Dominic Klingen, and Chris Sinag Jr. So those would be our center rotation. So I'm gonna figure out a way to start Asa Newell next year. We're gonna have to, and that might mean bringing Shaden Sharp off the bench. I'm not gonna lie. What I was thinking of was he could possibly play Tamani Kamara at the 2, and then we can obviously go ahead and play up the at 3 and then start Aiden Wells. Kind of what I was looking at, but I don't know. We'll see. We're not going to be re-signed to 108, so whatever team's going to do is going to go. And then that's probably it. Justin Edwards is here, 22 years old. That's why I was intrigued by him. 22 years old. We could sign him. I guess he would be our Jimmy Grant replacement, but let's see. We don't need to sign anything in free agency, really. We can sign it back up 2, I guess. But I don't think we spend our money just because it's not like a Bruce Brown. That's probably it. So Bruce Brown, like a 1-year deal, $4 million, just in case Robert Bird doesn't develop it. Then we don't even need to bring back AJ Mitchell either. I don't think we have Darius for that role. He's pretty good for us, and we might keep him. But all right, we'll go to play a progression now, and we'll see how much guys go up. So Shane Sharp went up. Scoot Henderson went up 2. Klingen went up 2. Tawani Kamara, AJ Mitchell went up 4. Jet Howard went up 5. Asa Newell went up to a 78. Jeremy Grant's resting, but he'll have a player option next year. I still wonder if a team would want him. I doubt it. Maybe I should have did it before he regressed down to 2 overalls. Paul George, this doesn't really make anything better, really, by any means. Doesn't really make anything better. So yeah, we're stuck with him for 2 more freaking years, man. I ain't gonna lie. Jimmy Grant contract, why was it so long? Why'd they actually give him like a 4-year deal? Were the Blazers actually serious? That contract is going to be one of the worst contracts in NBA history. That and Bradley Beal, probably the 2 worst contracts, man. Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp. So, like I said, I am really considering doing that thing with the starting 5. I don't want to bench Shaden Sharp because he played actually well for us, but I don't know. No, screw it. We are. I think it'd be better. I want Asa Newell to start. So we're going to have Scoot, Kamara, Avdia, Newell, Klingen, Sharp, AJ Mitchell, Jet Howard, Chris Sinak, and then we can run a 10-man rotation and get who in the rotation? Bruce Brown. So we'll do that, or we can get somebody else in. But I think for now, so we already have AJ Mitchell in the rotation. We won't play Darius. We'll just play Bruce Brown these last minutes, like a 3-and-D guy. I can just do stuff off the bench. All right. Fine with that. Hopefully, Asa can show me something this year. I want to be the power forward of the future, but if he doesn't show it, I guess we can go right back to the other starting 5, right? But I don't know. See you guys at the end of the season, probably. Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton, MVP. I've really never seen this before. That's really cool, honestly. But at the end of this season, Asa Newell, most improved player. It's like it did pay off. He's like a modern power forward. That's why I really like the fit of him with this team. I don't know why. But we finished off in 9th seeds. We made the play-in, which is great. Which is a great start to this. Honestly, I'll take that. Other than anything, so we got Memphis in the first round of the play-in. Our record was 38 and 44. Player stats, we had about 20 from charts. We don't really have a leading scorer yet. That's really kind of why I'm tempted to trade away Scoot Henderson. We can't do it now. He'll be a free agent, so we'll have to wait to the deadline next year to trade him. 16 from Avdia. Otherwise, we don't really have like a number 1 guy, so we probably would need to trade Sharp or Scoot for like a number 1 scorer or like a superstar we might have to go after. We don't really have that, obviously. We gave the most free room to Scoot, but he's never developed into the 3rd overall pick type of guy that we all wanted in the tournament. It kind of just saved like a 15, 17 foot per game score, which is disappointing. But can we beat the Memphis Grizzlies to hopefully have a chance of going into the playoffs? But we are going to get blown out. So, Blazers fashion, we're going to lose. So, that sucks. How this team looks, I don't think I really looked at their team. That Tari Eason was the only addition that they had. So, we're going to lose. They lose to the Clippers, though. But who wins the championship this year? It is going to be the Celtics versus the Mavericks. So, This bro, the Mavericks have Austries. They could have just got him in the Luka trade if they really wanted to. But player stats we have, or no, player times. What are we talking about, bro? But draft lottery time. I don't even think we have a pick in this draft. I think our pick might go to Chicago, which yeah, our pick is go to Chicago this year. We won't have a pick in 2027, which sucks. We have a second round pick though, so I guess that's something. So what do we got? Um, Honestly, CPU draft. These guys suck. So Dennis Bender, 2AU. No need to watch the spot on you. Goodness, dude. Jimmy Grant accepts that player option, so we're gonna have to have him under contract for another year. We have no way of dumping it off either. So, we're probably gonna resign Scoot Henderson. What did Jet Howard do for his last season? 12 points, 37% from three. He wasn't bad for he's a knockdown shooter, I guess. Don't really know if he's good defensively though. But I think all right, we're gonna pay Scoot Henderson right now. He'll probably be traded at the trade line though. So first we're gonna probably wait on Jet Howard. We get him for less money. And then AJ Mitchell, I would like to have him back if we could. And then probably won't need to spend any money on free agency throughout this video. This isn't a free agency video, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's more of just drafting and trading type of video. So Jet Howard will come back and probably be the backup small forward, and then I guess we need a power forward, right? So Chris Murray, how did he develop into an Orlando? Oh, he was pretty bad. I can allow these. Justin Champagnie is a nice like four we can get. Average, he's a really good shooter. Or we can get like a Derrick Jones, more of like a lob threat type of guy. Jeremiah Robson Earl. So I don't hate any of these options, but we might just honestly we might have to resign. We might not even have to sign a power forward. Being honest with you, so we don't even have to sign one. Never mind, we're good. But just in case, we might. Cameron Johnson becomes available now, I guess. So we'll sign. I mean, what I really want. So I guess like Rasheer Fleming is here for whatever reason. Don't know why he's there. We got like Muhammad. Give me Muhammad Guy. Give me Muhammad Guy on a 1 year deal. Um, See what he becomes for us, and then we'll have Paired, Mitchell, and Jet Howard all coming back. But I do want to make a trade to trade the line to a trade that'll like push us over the top. But I just don't know what that trade will be. Obviously we're still looking for stuff. But now that we have guys like there's a cup ready to play, we could definitely make a trade where we get a star point guard on the team. Because Scoot just doesn't develop, man. And that sucks, man, because I really wanted him to be the guy, but now in 2K, I guess he's not going to be the guy. And I don't think I ever traded Scoot Henderson before. So in this 2028 trade deadline, we're going to be aggressively pursuing a point guard upgrade that'll fit the team better, or a superstar point guard that we can find that'll obviously be good. So Scoot, Kamara, Avdia, Asa Newell, Klingon, Sharp. And right now, as I'm doing the rotation, I already figured out the guy I want to trade for up to deadline. So I'll just see you guys there now. All right, him that no trade clause, but it wasn't me, so I'm gonna take it off. I never offered him that. They'll agree. Tyrese Halliburton, welcome to Portland. So trade you for Scoot, and now we have like I don't know. Do we consider starting Sharp now? Or do we starting Kamara? Now we have a log jam at point guard, so we can move. So what if we move? Oh man, so do we trade away AJ Mitchell for a 3-and-D guy who can run off the bench? I think we might have to. We don't have that off the bench now, so I think we trade away Acuff or Mitchell. Why does AJ Mitchell have a no trade clause? I swear I'm not giving him these, man. I don't know why he keeps just offering offers immediately grant him a no trade clause. It doesn't make sense to me. But what if we trade? I mean, AJ Mitchell, Acuff will develop more than AJ Mitchell next season, so. Well, I don't know why we're not a good team. This is honestly annoying, but let's see. What could we get for AJ Mitchell? We can get GD Jackson, 20 points per game. Trade a first round pick in the future. I don't hate that. Christian Brown um, isn't really a 2K, good 2K sim player, but I know what they're playing develop that nice, but it's really tempting toward OG and Anobi as well. I'm really tempting towards the G Jackson trade. He would probably fit right in at small forward, power forward. So I'm gonna do this trade. Get G Jackson. It's only on a 1 year deal. That scares me, but I think we should be able to bring him back. Like, why is he only on a 1 year deal? How did Brooklyn do this? I don't know. But we're treating 1 year deal for 1 year deal. Who cares? We're gonna get him on the team now. We should be able to re-sign him, move him to small forward, and then he'll be a good fit for what we have right now. So G.G. Jackson, bring him in, and now we have Halliburton, Tawani Kamara, Denny Avdia, Asa Newell, Dominic Lee, and Shane Sharp, G.G. Jackson, Kristen Knight, Darius Cuff. The bench is really good right now. I can't lie. The bench is good right now. I'm still concerned about the starting five right now, but I think it should be a good starting five that grow for the future. I'm pretty sure it should be. But the bench, if we can keep this bench exactly how it is and they continue to develop, it's going to be scary. We just have to worry about. Hopefully, Tyrese Halliburton makes the team better though, because we're right now below 500. I think the team should be a lot better now. He is your MVP, but at the end of the season, we did get a lot better. We finished off as the fifth seed. So yeah, Halliburton worked out. I figured out what we probably have to do in the playoffs. Not gonna lie, we had 25 and 10 from Halliburton. We had 18 from G. Jackson. I'm gonna start Shane Sharp. Benching him doesn't make sense anymore. Obviously, now we're looking for is for him and Tyrese to be the two stars here. Now we already paid Sharp, I think. Yes, that's what we're gonna do now. So no longer Sharp will be glued to the bench. We're gonna have him start, and we already have a bunch of bench scores now. With of course with a cup developing into that guy, I think we just go and then we shoot the bench utilization out. I think it does make more sense for them to be the two stars here. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. These two to let score the ball the most. I guess Halliburton shouldn't have that high a tendency as Sharp. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then, I guess will be pushed out a little bit as well. But all right, I'll lay how this team was looking like. So we're gonna see now if we can go ahead and win the NBA champion. Then we got San Antonio round one. Hero, Castle, Vassell, Colin Murray, Boyles, Wimby. Colin Murray, Boyles, he can't shoot, right? No, he can't. So I think we could beat this team. We'll see what happens though. We're gonna lose. The Choker 3-1 Lee. I do not make this video how it was last video, man. Do not do it the way the Rockets was. The Rockets just suck in 2K. So hoping this, I can't say something about the Blazers. We're gonna have the third overall pick in the Dame trade. Firing Charles Lee, dude. We need a better head coach, man. That's the issue. We can't figure out to have a good head coach. J-Rag is my go-to option. What about Spo? Spo want to sign, offer Redick, and we're gonna offer Ime Udoka the job as well. And Steve Kerr wants to sign. Why not? We're going to get Ime Udoka. We're going to get him because Redick feels we always get him. Ime Udoka's the third overall pick. You can either draft with this pick or trade it away. Part of me wants to trade it away, I'm not going to lie. But who do we even trade it with? We have cap space, third overall pick. I guess we do have some cap space according to 2K. So we can get a really good player possibly. Honest man, I think Shengo is the best player I've seen so far. So I'm being honest with you guys, man. Like, will it be even worth it? Like, we can mod Buzelas, would that even be worth it? Honestly, probably. But I don't know, I'm just probably gonna drop the pick, man. Paul, Baba, and then let's take Lincoln Cosby. I don't know. Then you don't have any other good picks, but Lincoln Cosby, and then we'll accept, and then playing as a free agent. I'm just honestly kind of pissed off, but it's just the first season. I understand. Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, but the first season has been the playoffs. Jeremy Grant's finally off the freaking books, man. We'll resign Denny Avdine, Donovan Clean, and then G. Jazz will resign. Okay, so not gonna lie, we're hoping for if Asa Newell doesn't develop in the offseason, man, to a higher overall, because I think he developed to an 80 overall when I say it's defeated, didn't go up after that. If he doesn't progress, then we're cooked. We need his progression to be a good team. If he doesn't progress, then it's over. Now though, so we'll see what happens. So G Sharp is up, Klingon is up, Asa. So we got Sanak, Darius, G Jackson, Tamani. Asa went up 5. Yeah, that's not bad. So he'll still be he'll still be good. So I'm fine with that. I was about to say because he wasn't developing as I wanted him to at one point, but now he's up. Everybody's up in overall. So hopefully we can make the playoffs this season, be a good team. We did last year, but I want to be a top 3 seed. Season, we were actually a really good team. We're the number 2 seed. Hopefully we don't lose in round 1 this time. Honestly, I'd be really mad if we do. We had 25 from Sharp, 20 from Halliburton, 15 from Jackson, 14 from Medea, 11 from Darius Acuff, 10 from Kristen Knight, and Asa Newell just hasn't really been that good in 2K, man. I know he can't shoot threes, but I expect him to be a little bit better than this, man. Just wasn't good. I guess he's on a Blazers team with a bunch of scores, but at least want to average 15, 17 points. Maybe be a little better than Denny Avdia, but he just couldn't really do that. Kamara was good. Cosby, But we're gonna shrink the bench utilization down. We're probably gonna go 8-man rotation. But who's the last guy off the bench? Because it's Kamara. We might not. Yeah, we're gonna leave it as 8-man. Kamara's actually good. So we'll leave it like this. All right. We got Houston around one, so Traquavian Smith is a starting point guard. She's actually really good for them. They got Adam, they got Hugo, Ahmed Thompson, Şengün, Jabari, Whitmore, Daniels, and Jacoby Walter. So against this Rockets team, I'm gonna go one more year. It's one more freaking year, dude. This is just so unserious. How are we getting swept? Third seed this season, so I just don't know if we're good enough, man. We got 23, 20, 15, 15, 13, 10, 12. All right. Anyway, okay, we're gonna see if we can win final season, see if we can win a championship. Got New Orleans around one. They just won the championship. That DeJounte, Peterson, Murphy, Zion literally went to San Antonio just to go right back to New Orleans. But against the Pelicans, we are gonna lose in 6. I'm done. I'm really done with this, man.